Welcome to another Bedtime and Beyond Learning Kit video. This time we'll be talking about our storybook kit. Our storybook kit for your book, If You Give a Moose a Muffin. Well, reading books is really fun, but being able to act them out is even better. We included this story kit to give you a head start on one of the books, and it had such cute toys, we had to do it. If You Give a Moose a Muffin is a classic childhood story and it teaches our children about how one thing can lead to another. And then, of course, at the end, it comes right back to the beginning, which is a wonderful circular way of moving from one place to another, but we never really leave home. In your storybook kit, that is an addition to your If You Give a Moose a Muffin book, we have a very cute little plush moose. And you'll find that his eyes, and we've chosen specifically his eyes and his nose and his mouth, are all stitched on. So he should be pretty darn safe for anyone. But here's our moose. And we also included some materials from the story. And what we included was a muffin tin. Because if you give a moose a muffin, I think there may be some muffins involved. A muffin tin and cupcake liners. Cupcake liners are shiny and kind of noisy, and that's fun too. Have fun with your storybook kit. Show your child the items in advance to prepare for the story, and we call that anticipation. Hey, we have this story called If You Give a Moose a Muffin. They might not know what a moose is. Let's talk about what a moose is. Really big. I've touched one once. Really, really big. I was lucky he was behind a fence. We were safe. But they're just amazing creatures. We don't have any, we have many, at least not in the Maryland area, but this is, of course, a stuffed toy. It's much smaller and it's more like a teddy bear than a moose, which is more like a horse or a cow. Again, those kinds of comparisons help your child make those kinds of comparisons and make those kinds of connections. If you can, have your child touch a horse or a cow, or a cat or a dog to feel those four legs on the floor instead of just two that many of us humans have on the floor. A moose is like that, but of course the dog, moose is a whole lot bigger than any dog, really bigger than horses and cows too. It's a really, really big animal. But to give them some sense of that. And a muffin, maybe your child knows what a muffin is, maybe they don't, but this is a chance to introduce them if they don't. And your child may or may not know what a muffin tin is. Some families don't bake, and that's fine. And if they've not been around baking, they might not understand that that's where muffins come from. So it's a great way to learn where muffins come from. When I was growing up, I didn't even know that milk was in a grocery store because it was way back a long time ago, and we had milk delivered to our house. So when I went to school and some of my books talked about going to the store for milk, I couldn't understand that at all because we never even went to the milk section because we had milk at home. So my parents were surprised I didn't know that, but I hadn't had that experience. So it's okay if your child doesn't have that experience. Once we find out that it's a thing, give them the experience. This is a cupcake, a muffin tin, and then we have the little cupcake liners to play with. This is perfectly usable as a muffin tin if you want to use it, but your child can also make different kinds of muffins, maybe rock muffins, or with our scented Play-Doh, make some Play-Doh muffins, all sorts of things. Doesn't have to be official, because when we learn, when we're playing, we're learning, and we're able to mix ideas and make them our own. With the story, you can go beyond our moose and the muffin tin. You can practice other parts of the book together. The puppet show, you might use a ready-made stuffed animal, or you might just use a hand with or without a sock on it. Any kind of puppetry, any kind of device, any kind of thing that means something to your child. It could be a Matchbox car, it can be the puppet. Cool. key is that your child is enjoying it. Uh, if if you have the opportunity anywhere close to you, picking berries, that might be nifty. And if you don't, there are ways to get videos about those, and including audio described and ASL videos. So we can do some really fun things there. Spreading jam, maybe my child does not like fruit, never has. So we might spread peanut butter or another kind of spreading, could be cream cheese, whatever, to learn that spreading motion, because that's in the book. That's pretty fun. And hanging out clothes. Might not hang clothes out. You might do things in the dryer most of the time, but you can also be just hanging them up on a hanger. That could be hanging out clothes. So embrace it. There's no right or wrong. The key is to have fun. And if the activity lasts for 1 minute, 30 seconds, at least you had fun for that. And so don't overthink it. I overthink things too much. It's not as fun when we overthink. Just jump in, roll with it, have a great time. And of course, your early intervention specialist is always available for you. Take care and have a great day.